What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We appreciate and love you guys so very much. Yes, we're on the heels, 500,000 streams. I'm right there, right at the edge. We're about to take over. The takeover is real for 2018. It is oh so real. Yes, this year is the year. I can feel it. My blood is just jumping everywhere. We're ready. We're psyched up, and we are pumped. Today, I have owner and lead photographer of Own Boudoir right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Sarah, what's going on, girlie?
Hey, girl. How are you? I'm excited for 2018, too.
Yes.
I feel like it is my year.
It is. It is totally the year. The takeover is real. It is so real.
That's what I feel, too. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm ready. I'm willing. I've got a lot of ideas. We're going to do this.
Yes, let's do it. All right, Sarah. So let us know. Where are you from? Where do you represent?
Girl, originally, I will always claim New York because I was born in New York, but I grew up here in Morrow and Jonesboro, right south of Atlanta. And currently I'm in Edgewood, so I'm repping Edgewood, Atlanta. I love it. It's like my favorite city. I don't know why I never moved to this part of town before. It's awesome.
Cool read, yes. So, as a kid, Sarah, what did you want to be when you grew up?
The opposite of a photographer is probably the right answer. So if a lot of people don't know, like, boudoir photography is photographing women in their lingerie. It's like in the bedroom. It can be really sensual. It can be really sexual. You know, we entertain a lot of different preferences and fetishes, but when I was in school and when I was a kid, like, I wanted to be a foreign ambassador for, like, a foreign country. And so, like, taking political science classes, taking business classes, foreign language classes, like, really trying to work my way up. Like, I was in, student government in college. I was president of our student body. And then one day I was like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. And so I bought a camera with my student loans because I was like, I'm rich. Like, that's how student loans work, right?
Yeah.
You get money, you don't have to pay it back. Right? Like, little do we know now. So I bought a camera with my student loans, and I started photographing everything around me, and I just kind of fell in love with it. So that's how I got started. But, yeah, I was on a fast track to, like, live somewhere in Europe under witness protection, trying to, like, do awesome things for our government.
Well, student loans are, they're good for one thing, but we are certainly thankful that you took a little portion of that to get started on this photography business here in the A-Town. So, hey, you know what? It worked out for everyone. We love it.
It did. That's what I say, too. I mean, you know what? This is the best student loans I ever could have gotten, and I'm very lucky. Like, I went to a state school, so they're not that much, but I definitely used them in a different way than they were intended.
So what was the turning point for you when you realized, you know what, I like this hobby, but I think I want to turn it into a business?
Yeah, girl, that's like the realest of real questions for me, because honestly, it was when I was in school and I knew that I was doing something that I wasn't really passionate about. I was just kind of following a path that I thought was required of me. And I kind of spiraled into this really dark, depression that I think a lot of us go through when we're doing something for other people, or it just happens to a lot of us in our lives in general. And so I was like, I need a creative outlet. And so I started doing photography, and that's when people noticed what I was doing, and they're like, hey, Sarah, like, you're very, very good at what you're doing. Could I possibly pay you to do this? And that was the turning point, honestly. It was still in college. I wasn't getting paid a ton at all. Like, it was in gift cards for, like, our food hall. Aww. But I would take that. So
yeah, okay.
I'm like, that's great. Then take me to this, like, Choose It fountain. And so basically, like, they started to pay me, and I said, Sarah, you could probably do this, and why don't you go ahead and shift your focus into an art focus and maybe outside of college you can run this into a business. And that's exactly what I did. So after college, I looked at myself and said, you know what, let's do this. Let's go ahead and try to photograph, people. Let's try to photograph anyone that will allow us to add them to my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go ahead and start this business. And I got my LLC back in 2008, and I have just been going from there.
Awesome sauce. Awesome. Loving it. All right, you guys. So we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Sarah a little bit about some of those obstacles that she faced along the way. Because in any new business, there are going to be obstacles, things to overcome. We'll find out what she faced and how she got through it. You guys stay tuned. Wouldn't it be great if there was a place to discover awesome discounts on gently used clothes? There is. Swap.com, the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. Over 14 million tons of textiles are wasted each year. Shopping secondhand, Swap.com helps prevent textile waste from polluting the environment. With Swap.com, you can save up to 90% off retail price of your favorite brands like Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and Gap. Between 6,000 to 10,000 new items are added daily. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns within 30 days, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Shop swap.com and use the promo code AshDaily40 for your 40% off today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We are talking with owner of Own Boudoir here in Atlanta, GA, the beautiful Sarah. And we're getting some insight from her about this amazing business that has just really taken over. Everyone is into boudoir, and you guys, if you haven't already, you need to check out ownboudoir.com and, of course, book your next session. But, Sarah, so we're talking about the business. We're talking about some of the challenges. What was the first challenge that you faced as a new business?
Yeah, that is an awesome question because I think it varies for each person. For me, as a creative person, I've always been creative. I played piano for 12 years growing up. I was always able to draw and compose. But for me, as a business, I never knew the challenges of running a business. I didn't know about how to plan for cost. I didn't know how to save for those down months when you don't have any income coming in. You have no revenue, and you have no profit. Those are hard things.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm starting this business, so the money's just going to come, and if it comes one month, it's going to come those other months, right? And that's not how business works.
Nope.
For me, that was a really harsh wake-up call. And to be completely honest, it's something I kind of forget every single year. I'm like, wait, where's the income coming from? And I'm like, it's not coming from anywhere. And then I'm like, oh, Sarah, this happens every single year. You should know that. You need to plan for this. And so it's a constant struggle to not look at the number in your bank account and be like, on those high months when you're saying, oh my God, I'm killing it. And then on those low months, you're just like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? So for me, that was the first challenge of realizing there's highs and lows of income. There's highs and lows of interest. And you really have to prepare for those and just make sure that you're taking care of your business constantly. So those low months, if you don't have anything to do, that's a perfect time for you to work on your business. It's a perfect time for you to start blogging. It's a perfect time for you to network, go have coffee, go have drinks, do some experimental work, whether that's if you're working in marketing, drop some plans that you would really ideally like to work on. If you're working in photography, work on a shoot that you would ideally like to pitch to someone. So for me, those down months are actually productivity months. So I always look for things I can do with my hours in the day. But that's a big challenge. It's looking at especially at first and now still, those are the hardest times.
I'd imagine. What would you say has been your most rewarding moment?
Okay. Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh, see, I
Okay.
like that stuff.
My most rewarding moment. My most awarding moment has been when I have other photographers look at me and ask me for advice. So my clients come to me and they trust me. They read my website, they read my blog, they see my work, they trust me. When another photographer trusts me and comes to me, that's a rewarding moment. So this past year, I had over 25 additional photographers come to me and ask me about photographing them.
Wow.
So that was a really rewarding moment to look back, honestly, like 2 weeks ago and say, I had 25 photographers come to me and say, Sarah, like, I trust you. And that was a really rewarding moment for me. My second most rewarding moment for me, outside of being trusted by my fellow, like, colleagues, is being trusted by women that come in and they are shattered, they're battered, they don't know themselves, they've had a really rough go at it for a few years. I have a lot of women that come in after abusive relationships, and whether that be physical or, emotional, and they don't really know who they are, and they don't trust me necessarily to photograph them in a beautiful way because they don't think that they're beautiful. They think they're less than, and then the rewarding moment is to come after their session and show them their images, and for them to look at me and just say, I didn't ever think this was possible for me, and I've never seen myself this way, and it's changing how I live my life from this point onwards. Like, that is super rewarding. So I've got two rewarding moments for sure, and my whole goal, because the name of my business is Own Boudoir, like, I want my clients to own themselves. I want them to own their own beautiful. I want them to own their past, their scars, their emotions, and how they're going to grow. And for someone to come back to me and say, I've never seen myself this way, and I'm going to live my life as I see myself, how you've made me realize I am, that's a really big moment.
Wow. So, what are some of the services that Own Boudoir offers to clients, new clients?
Yeah, so we offer boudoir sessions. So boudoir sessions are, again, the term for boudoir is women's bedroom in French. So it can typically be lingerie, but a lot of our women choose to do a little bit more clothes. They'll do lingerie. They'll do full nudes. We offer those sessions. You'll photograph in my studio, and we can do hair and makeup, and you get this whole experience of seeing yourself in this sensual way. And then we also offer couples boudoirs. If you want to add your partner into the session to get intimate photos of the two of you, no intercourse, but we're gonna get it really sensual and definitely suggestive. But we will do those in session too. And then we also offer headshots and portraits as well. But for the most part, we deal in sensual photography, and that's so that we can really reconnect an individual to their sensuality and sexuality, and we can also, introduce a couple back into their sensuality. So it's really, really fun, and it's a great experience. And we're professionals. So.
Yes, of course, of course. And what would be your most unique request that you've gotten from a client?
Are we going rated X?
What has been your most?
What would you like to hear?
What sticks out to you? What would I say that your most unique request? What sticks out to you?
So my most unique request is to add toys into the session. So use your imagination with the different types of toys that you could use during sex.
Gotcha.
And so what we'll, so they asked me that, and you know what? There are certain toys, let's do it. Whips, chains, handcuffs, all about it. there are some other toys that are a little bit more revealing and where they're placed. And
Gotcha.
that will just depend on the client and the conversation. So I will say toys. A lot of
Toys. Okay.
a lot of toys. So,
Yeah.
which is fun because one thing I've learned is like everybody has a thing that they love and they get off on, and my whole business is centered around being your own person, and I want everybody to feel comfortable with whatever they like. So
Gotcha.
that's fine. But yeah, toys.
Toys.
A lot of toys.
Lots of toys. Okay, use your imagination, people. All
Yes,
right.
use your imagination, and I'm certain your imagination won't get as far as I've gone.
All right. Where can people see you guys next? Do you guys have events lined up for this year?
Yeah, so we've got a few personal projects lined up for this year for our clients. We have a whole slew of mini sessions happening. We have one every 3 months. We have one in January. We've got one in April. We've got one in June. And those are what we have for now. And the mini sessions, they're about 20 minutes long, and they take care of nudes. They take care of sheet sessions only. They'll take care of bubble bath sessions. So if you are interested in one of those, you can get in touch with us. We're at Sarah, that's with Sarah with an H, SARAH, at Own, OWN, Boudoir, BOUDOIR.com. If you're interested in one of those. And we also have personal projects going on this year. So I'm doing a whole project on scars. So many of my clients have C-section scars. They have tummy tuck scars, breast reduction, inducing scars. We've got, women who have car crashes and spinal injuries. We've got a lot of scars that most of our clients try to cover. And our personal project this year is taking over those scars and making them powerful instead of hidden. And so if anyone is interested in that, you can also email me. Again, it's Sarah with an H, SARAH, at ownboudoir.com, and that's OWNBOUDOIR.com.
Cool beans. Last but certainly not least, Sarah, what advice would you offer to any person now that has an idea of something that they want to do, but maybe they don't have the courage to jump out the gate and do it?
Yeah. My advice would to essentially just email a boudoir photographer. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be anyone I know. Email them, talk about your ideas, and discuss your fears, because putting them out there will really, really help with making them real and also also being able to be challenged. So boudoir photographers understand that we do this every single day, and we've seen so many body types. We've seen skin types, we've seen scars, we've seen your emotional issues, and we've got you. We're there for you. So put them out there, tell us exactly what's going on, and don't hide from us, because the more that you let us in on, the better we can serve you. We want to make sure that we photograph you in the most beautiful way. And a lot of our clients are very nervous that, certain things are going to be seen. But my advice for that is, it's in our best interest to make sure that you are photographed beautifully. So please let us in on what's going on, because we want to be there for you. And sometimes we're the only people that, our clients have talked to about certain, issues that they have. And we're therapists too. We're not going to tell anybody. We're not running off and telling our friends about how you came to us with, an issue with your relationship or an issue with your body. We're going to be there for you, because you are a person, you're a focus. So I would say just be honest, be open, be real, no matter what.
Awesome sauce. Sarah, we love you. I love you even more now. Oh my gosh, we're besties. We're total besties.
Yes.
But let everybody know again the best way to get in contact with you guys and to book their next shoots
is Sarah with an H, SARAH, at Own Boudoir, BOUDOIR.com. You can also find us on Instagram at Own Boudoir, or just at Own Boudoir, no .com, just at Own Boudoir.
Sounds like a plan. Much more success to you this year and many more, Sarah. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awesome. Cheers to 2018.
Yes, the takeover is happening. It's not even a question. It's happening. It's in motion.
It's happening.
So I appreciate you guys for downloading the show. Thank you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice. It's cool. It's fun. But real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.